What was your family's background in terms of like, were they like heavily religious, or were they in the streets, or what? What was their background?
I think my uncle and my pops originally from Chicago. Their mother died or passed away when my pops was 12, so my uncle had to be 10. So when they was in Chicago, they moved how they moved, and then my pops wound up coming. He caught a bid out there, and wound up doing a few years. Then he came to Brooklyn because my grandfather, he had a house, had a store out in Brooklyn. And he came to Brooklyn. Then my pops, he squared up. Went to Apex, became a mechanic. He met my old earth, and they had a family. So so he was out the way as far as on that type of time. But as far as religious, nah, like they wasn't religious. Matter of fact, he had a picture of Elijah Muhammad in the house of velvet, one of them velvet pictures. So I guess because him being from Chicago, he probably seen a whole different side of the Nation of Islam, and him being out and about.
Right.
So he had a picture of Elijah Muhammad, but he didn't push nothing. My mother, she didn't push nothing. My mother from the South. She moved to come to New York. She didn't push nothing like, yo, you gotta go to church or this and that. I went to church a few times, especially Easter, to go get the candy. So, but other than that, like nobody was like pushing that. They push more, when you got parents, especially one parent that actually grew up in the Jim Crow South, and which is my mother, she valued education. They think was go to school, go to school, go to school, go to school. So I saw that, if you go to school, sometimes you can be a hellraiser and people overlook your misdeeds. I learned that early on. So, you know what I mean? Between me and my brother, because I do have a brother that's like 18 months apart from me. And, he didn't, school wasn't his thing. So our level of punishment's never been the same.
So you say he was more on the streets, you was more scholarly.
More or less. You know what I mean? More or less. So, but he'll tell you we the same coin, but just different halves. He used to laugh. He's like, y'all think y'all know him, y'all don't know him. That's the city to tell my mother sometimes. I should look at him, but it's the truth. People like we in a society that value education. Even all the times I got suspended from middle school to high school, I've never got a full week suspension. I've always got like 2 or 3 days. So even when I got kicked out of the whole New York City school system at one time, I think in my 11th grade year, something happened, somebody got stabbed, some crazy shit. So they kicked you out, and then they figured what happened. Then we had to go to a hearing downtown Brooklyn at the Board of Ed. I wound up winning the hearing, but then I wound up catching an armed robbery case and wound up going to the island. So I didn't finish my junior year at all.
Of high school?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. So I, fighting the case, whatever, it came to my favor. I had got, probation, and I had got sentenced to crazy. Some of the same organizations I work for now, that work in that space, I got sentenced to an organization like that at 17. Which is some things come full circle, and so I had to do that program, had to do 5 years of probation, and I was like, I had a choice to either go back to school or get my GED, but I'm like, I got enough credits to still be a senior, even though I didn't go to school the last half of my junior year. So I went to school, graduated, still on time. In '93, I graduated at '93. So.
On time, with all that going on.
With all that going on, it's just the fact that a true senior in New York, you're supposed to have like you're supposed to go to school for half a day. If you're a true senior. I went to school from 0 period, because it actually was 0 period sometimes, to 3:20.
Oh, so full day?
A full day, because I had to make up them classes that I missed. So. Then after that, I wound up applying to different colleges. So I went to Norfolk State University down in Virginia. So because I used to like different world, and
so traveling around.
Huh?
You said traveling around to different world.
Yeah, different world. Cosby Show. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like with the helmet?
Yeah, remember Hillman or whatever with the spinoff,
Right,
the
okay.
Lisa Bonet.
Right.
But
I remember.
but most people never heard of black colleges until that show. So I said, I had a little research. Let me go to I said, let me get up out of this. Shit started getting wild. My brother wound up catching. Technically, when I was caught the armed robbery, my brother was already locked up fighting the body case. So when I caught the armed robbery, actually he beat the body case that weekend that I went in for the armed robbery. So then, he came home. Then when I came home, he was out for a lot of crazy stuff happened. He wound up catching another bid, but this time he went up north on a 2 to 6. So I said, let me regroup a minute. I said, we putting our parents to too much stress because like we leapfrogging each other. One come out, one go in, one come out, one go in. So I said, I'm gonna just chill. I stopped carrying guns for a minute. I said, I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna try to do the right way. You know what I mean? So I went to Norfolk State, but I never changed my mentality.
If Mecca did this.